I'm gonna mute myself. Oh, there we go. Anyway, you there? You there, Jim?
Sure am.
Okay, we got one. Where's the other dude? Needs to like move his ass because I'm not trying to be here mad long. Mad shit going on at the same time. Where's this guy? Come on, buddy. Donde tu tapas? So yeah, we're basically gonna be in and out. Pause, not too long. First and foremost, while I'm getting everything situated, I want to say thank you to M for the intro work and whatnot, and a couple of the thumbnails, maybe the intro thumbnail. I want to say thank you to Daniel Pope for putting together the arena. That was very well done. I want to thank Jake Allen for all of his tireless work with the comms. Like I said, shout out to Jim, Jinx, and Bolek for the pre-show, whatever it's called, pre-show, whatever the shit you guys call it. And basically a thank you to everybody who participated in the event. Obviously, you know who you are if you participated, because there's a bunch of y'all. Some dude said online, and y'all can hear me, right? Y'all hear me? I hope so. They hear me. I hope they hear me on the stream. If they don't, this is going to be embarrassing, but I digress. Okay, cool. Thank you, sir. So yeah, everybody participated. Thank you very much. It was a 3-hour show, 3 and change. It actually breezed by rather quickly. It's just that today's been a very big wrestling day, so I'm not built like y'all, so I'm very excited. Hold on, go to... Just trying to situate the other one. So this time around, we're trying to be creative with some things real quick. Da-da-da-da-da. Got to get this guy some information. Okay. All right. Yeah, Parker, I saw how the hell you're not supposed to be able to get in here? That's weird. Did I drag you up also by mistake? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we're going to keep it short and sweet because I didn't pull him in, but apparently he got in, so we'll just leave it like that. So we have 3 people. We have El Parker, we have Jim, a.k.a. Bash, and we have a rookie, Junko Girota. We're going to go round robin. If you got nothing to add, just keep it moving. We have a lot of show to cover, so let's cover the show. And trust me, I sound whatever, but it's just because I'm exhausted, so don't blame that on anything. So first and foremost, the intro, I liked it. Do you want to talk about the intro? Anybody? You want to chime in?
I thought it was fantastic work. I really enjoyed the way the whole thing came together. All the participants, and you could tell just like kind of the different pieces of the feuds that were placed in there and the different matchups. So I just thought it flowed really well.
Anybody else have comments, concerns, or thoughts? Okay, we're moving right along. It's okay if you ain't got nothing to say. It's all good. We have the first match of the evening, which is we have the hype package. So we can do, when we do the discussion, we'll do the hype package on top of the match itself, so we don't have to like break things down. So whatever thoughts you have, just make them pertinent and keep it moving. So we have the Jinx versus C-Note. C-Note defending the North American Championship. So fun fact, I was asking people, because generally what happens is if I'm not sure about what to do for a particular card, I'll basically say, hey, what'd you think about your match? So depending on who I ask, I'll get like a normal answer, or I'll get some like horse shit, for lack of a better word. So I asked a couple of people. One person said, oh, this match is like my match is like a 8.59. I was like, okay, that's a very bold assessment. So I put it on first, and not to be rude, I don't think it's an whatever. It was good. It was cool. I didn't hate it, but yeah, maybe I need to like not fucking trust you people to give me accurate statements. Anyway, the match itself, I was very excited to see it because these two have similar play styles. I don't know who it was. It was probably Jamie that said, here comes the quick play, which I thought was kind of shitty, but I digress. Not to be petty, just bringing shit up. Yeah, pretty good. There was a few instances, or maybe one, of grappling, I believe. Caught it in post, and then obviously people caught it on the what's it called, the stream and whatnot. So I enjoyed the match. Jinx is a champion. It's interesting to see what he's going to do in the future. Shout out to C-Note. It was a really good match. I thought it would be a little bit more how'd you say, like, you know how people go into those counter frenzies. I thought we would see more of that, but we didn't. Overall, still a good match. I don't have a star rating for it just yet, but decent shit. Not good, not bad, pretty okay. So we'll take the floor. It's open season, so I'm just gonna call names out. Junko, this is the first time here, so what do you got to say? I know you're opinionated.
It was good. It was good. I don't think it was as bad as what the chat like. The FPR breaks wasn't really something that like made it horrible. It was solid. They both got their shit off. Jinx was doing his typical Jinx stuff, laughing and all that crap. It was good. No complaints really.
Look at that. At least it's not. It's not. At least it's not. It's great. Parker, anything since you're fucking here? Not to be rude. I'm sorry. That sounded aggressive.
No, it's okay. It was all right. You know, like I was kind of not super in love with the entire feud because of how it was like built from a character alignment standpoint. But outside of the FPR break, and I think attempted FPR break, I think there was 2 or almost 2. It served its purpose. I'm more excited about the takeaways from the match. I think with Jinx now having this title, I kind of, in a non-aggressively mean way, want him to, you know, put the boot to the metal and like really start to step his shit up, because it's like when you're a champion, it's a different standard that you're expected to work to. And I think Cino really kept that going pretty solid during his North American title reign. So I would like to see Cino honestly just upgrade himself, you know, go get like a big singles win, and then if B17 is still the CCW champ in a couple of months, you know, maybe see Cino challenge for a world title down the line.
You always want everybody to go after B17.
Because man, there's too many heels in OCW. You got to have them fight the faces, big dog.
That's a good point. Jim, any thoughts?
I like some of the mannerisms that Jinx had in the match. I think I've seen more improvement from him in that respect, and some of his like pointing, laughing, and the thing before the boot was really nice as well. Cino looked a little bit, like I said, he was a step behind Jinx at times. But Cino's been really dominant. I've been in the ring with him, so it was a good performance, you know, all the way around. It was an all right match. You know, I thought, you know, I'm happy for Jinx, you know, go DNS, and that's that.
Fair enough. Video-wise, I also enjoyed it. Nothing. I'm not doing any ratings, but that was a solid video. Next up, we have I think it's Junko's RP. So all I'll say about this, and we can move on. That's not to be. Again, I wanted, since Jake is no longer around, to fucking, you know, for me, like, hey, he didn't mean. I'll just try to preface it and be whatever. I'll just say this, and then we can move on. Not a negative, but if you're gonna have a video on a pay-per-view, you gotta like go the extra mile and make sure that all your P's and Q's are loaded up. It was missing sound, and at first I thought it was me, and I was gonna fix it for you, but then I was like, you know what? I have too much shit to do. It's not my responsibility to fix your shit. Other than that little part or whatever, hey, it's the only rookie, as far as I can tell, that decided to submit content for a pay-per-view. So for that alone, you get a +1. But because it had no sound, you get a -1. So you're at 0, but that's better than nothing, brother. Moving on, we have nobody laughed. Great. I'm sorry, I was aggressive. Anyway, moving on, we have the what the hell is it called? Oh yes, the Dragana. Yeah, it's the Dragana video and match. Yes. Did I get disconnected? Okay, I thought I got disconnected. Everybody got quiet.
Yeah.
Everybody got fucking super quiet. No one even popped at the joke. That's crazy. Anyway.
You said you wanted to be.
Oh, I laughed. But
That's true. That's I laughed. Very mean.
I definitely laughed. Go neutral.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the video itself, intro video, I loved it to death. It's very creative with the translation. The one thing I said in chat, I'll say it here just so I can make sure it stay in the ether. If I don't even think Melon's listening, but Melon is someone who I don't think gets their flowers per se, in the fact that there was a point, and actually it's still happening, where people were saying, like, I don't know, it was like a weird generalized comment maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago about, oh, certain, you know, people not whatever, when he's literally been on the show pretty much 52 weeks a year, even if it's just writing. So this whole arc with Dragana, kind of going through the Dragana's past and all the foes and the stuff and the callbacks and everything, it's really nice to see. It's very like heartwarming, whatever, and a lot of people won't get the historical depth of it, but I just want to say that I recognize and I appreciate it. Match itself, just fucking murder. Dragana Lesnar, I don't think there's really anything to be said about that. I looked at the time on the sheet, that shit said 6 something, and I was like, go. So I was like, this either ended on some quick pin shit, like flash knockout shit, or just fucking Melon being Melon, and that's what it was. It's fucking Dragana Caesar. Fun match. In hindsight, if I would have had the foresight to know that this would be like short, I may have added a 10th match. I didn't add a 10th match because, again, my workload shifted, so I'm not trying to get crazy. So I felt 9 was I was gonna do 8, but I felt 9 would be, whatever. And that was actually the North American match, so I'm glad I added it. But long story short, that's how I feel about that match. Fun little murder. We'll do Jim for. I'll call you out, Jim. Go ahead.
Really the only thing I have to say about it is Dragana Caesar is crazy. Like she's so crazy good. She's a machine. I'd love to see the day that someone can step up to her and be super competitive.
Fair enough. Parker.
Well, I think I like the Dragana character and the whole Caesar verse, because I do recognize what you're saying about what Drago does with either the the brother or the sister. My big thing from it is, I think something I'd like to see more is these, like when you're doing these like return matches, right, where like it's this big pay-per-view and a one-off match. I think that's totally fine because of the history between the two characters, but I was a little bit let down by the match. Like, while yes, I get, especially you, Jay, no offense, are gonna sit there and like, oh, Drago is murderer, blah blah blah. I still think with this game, you're able to, in a way, even if you're getting your shit stomped, you can still make a comeback. I think we've seen that a few times on this pay-per-view itself. So while I know like we're not like, oh, don't do a redo, I just would have hoped that the coin flipped the way for the handler behind Holly to where she was able to look more imposing, because when Holly was around in 2K19, and I know there's probably a good chunk of people who aren't going to go and watch back, but in the hype package of the highlights of what Holly did, Holly was an imposing person. Like, Holly was almost the women's world champion. If I recall correctly, I think her and Emp had quite a long feud for the women's world title, and like that was a main thing, how Emp wanted to beat this imposing dominant figure. So when you get it in like these current games, it's just a little bit like, oh damn, I remember when you could beat the shit out of anybody, and now it's like the loss isn't a huge ordeal, but it's like just for the match, I would have liked to see more back and forth. But we live and go on.
Yeah, the cookie crumbles, how it crumbles sometimes. Junko.
Won't comment on the match too much. Dragana has a pace that just, it seems like nobody can really, once she gets rolling, it's a wrap. So it is what it is. Storytelling wise, I do like her. Just the fact that she don't say nothing, but the story comes off so well. Maybe that's just because Melon is really good at what Melon does.
Yes.
I'm curious to see. I don't know if Holly, if this is a one-off, if it's a situation where we're not going to see her again, or if she just came back for Dragana, but we'll see. But yeah, story-wise, I'm looking to see what happens for each of them. I wasn't really too bummed about like the quote-unquote squash. She came out imposing. It's just Dragana. It is what it is.
Dragana's a bad motor scooter. Now we have Mass Effect in Spain. I wasn't gonna use what they sent me in the video file because of YouTube, so I'll leave it at that. Mass Effect in Spain. I liked it. Just felt a little. It felt a little long. I don't know. That might have been me because they were talking like I don't know. It had me, and then it kind of lost me. And I was like, wait, it's still. Oh shit, they're still just talking with their feet up. Okay, but other than that, no. Minor criticism aside, what are you gonna do? With it. That being said, we still hit 3 hours and 2 minutes, and that's just because of the extra ads. Shout out to Oracle. You can check that out, Oracle, at whatever at GitHub. Not gonna steal your Discord, by the way, promise. Yeah. So I guess we'll do. Anybody have any thoughts on this thing? Want to chime in? Jim, anything? Junko?
Yeah, I think it's very nice, being able to keyword search things. It's not just names. You
not Oracle, Poppy. I'm talking about Mass Effect in Spain.
Oh, well, I wanted to get that out there because, shout out.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. Shout out to Oracle, Max.
So, Mass Effect had a nice promo. They always do nice promos. I mean, It wasn't anything extraordinary, to be honest with you. I think it was fair. Them hyping their championship match, which we'll get to later.
Okay, all right. So we can move on. Unless you had anything to add, Junko.
They're really good. I like Mass Effect. They're really good at letting you know, hey, we're champs, and there's nothing you can do. I really like that about them. The promo in terms of length, I'd have to go back and watch it. Didn't really feel too long for me. Maybe I might feel the same way when I go back and look at it. But
it's a minor thing. But when you've been doing this for fucking
they're just really good. Like every time they're on camera, it's like, yeah, we're the champs. There's nothing you can do about it, and they back it up. So it's good. Good character work.
Yes. We have the legendary tag hype and the thing. Legendary tag hype, fucking sick song. Nice little history lesson like the end with Russ. Very, very well done. If you want to chime on there, we can chime on that. The actually Legends tag, this is probably one of my matches. Like I had a couple matches tonight. Like this is the one I was excited about. I didn't go into it super excited. I was just watching it, but it just, I don't know, these people know how to tell a story. And my only concern would be the fucking smacking people shit. But again, it's gonna sound shitty to say it, but I'll say it like this. So when they do it, what I'm gonna get or what I gather is when when certain people do certain things to like one person might use it as an advantage, the other person does it for like style points or whatever. That's what I think it was. So when I fucking bitched them out about it, it's like, well, we hate each other. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a fair fucking point. So to be honest, they only all did it once each. Is just that once each is 4 total. But that's my minor thing. But the match itself was fucking banana. All of the fucking near falls, all of the fucking counters, like everything just came together like chef's kiss. Like it's really, really fucking good. So maybe that's biased, but I mean, if you watched it, you could fucking see it. That shit was solid as a motherfucking rock. Like Parker said before, like the game, whatever, the old people still got it. It was fucking great. I enjoyed the shit out of it. It was very exciting. I honestly thought that at one point it was going to be, Pew Mugen, but Larry got fucked on by Greg, and that's hilarious because that's how life works. So any thoughts on that? Anybody have anything to add? Matter of fact, fuck it, Jim, you're first.
All right, Pew was very impressive.
Notice that scar on his back, lol.
Yeah. Like, he can always get it again if he wants it, but
nice.
That's another situation. I really thought he was impressive. The lobby has really been impressive since DNS got them at Point Break, outside of Russ losing the title to Mugen in the unfortunate circumstances. I don't think this really hurts Nate or anything like that, or Mugen at this point with his little summer tour, going on. I'm very interested to see where that goes as well. I really enjoyed this match. The attires, especially Russ and Pew, with attires, they were hot. I love those attires.
Yeah, that shit was fucking bananas. Jim, I'm sorry, not Jim. I said Jim. Junko.
Yeah, it was good. This was probably my match of the night. I'm trying to remember. I think I had 3.
I had about three, baby. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But overall, like the programming as well too, like leading up to this match was really good. Nate Ortiz was going crazy with the angle slams. I was popping hard. We were both. I think we were both going crazy in the chat. Nate was going crazy. The only thing that I could say, maybe it's a nitpick. I wish, for me, I also said it in the forum about a few weeks ago. It seems like Russ should be more mad at Pew, but whatever.
Yeah.
This is more of a nitpick thing for me. I wish that story wise, I wish there would have been a little bit more in terms of like the distension, because Russ, realistically, like, yeah, sure, Nate did screw Russ, but Pew was also part of that too. You know what I mean? So, but outside of that, yeah, it's still match of the night. It's definitely top 3 for sure.
Parker.
And attire wise,
yeah, go ahead.
Attire wise, lobby's lobbying.
Yeah, lobby's lobby. Lol, Parker, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, Pew definitely had the best attire out of all of them. That jacket was probably the jacket of the night. But, the match definitely for being, especially because how they played it, mainly it seemed a lot like 2 one-on-ones, but like their own one-on-ones, which were very seamless when each guy would tag in and out. I think my main thing that I probably have taken away from this entire build is the fact that the International Championship is kind of floating between these 4 guys. So it's like knowing where this could end up with any of them. Especially because I agree. I feel like Rust and Pew are probably going to have a little bit more dissension between each other, but I don't think that's right now. I think they've laid it out to where Rust is taking Pew at face value and being like, okay, like you are looking out for me, especially with this win and stuff like that. So it's like it was shit. The old people still got it, and that's why this game can't be overestimated.
The elderly, exactly. Moving on, we have the Mean Girls thing. We can comment on this, but I'll just say again, like sound mixing that's my only concern. No, tell the story. This is a match that could have been potentially on the pay-per-view, but couldn't due to size constraints and whatnot. I like how Bella's with her fucking boots is like, nah, B, we're supposed to use our words, and which in Bell speak is basically be very mean. So I found that to be hysterical. Ashley's gonna Ashley. So now FloJo got fucked. Do we have anybody just chime in if anybody has a thought? Go ahead. Go for it. Oh, Cass did. Okay, look at him. Go ahead, Cass. That was Cass. I was like, what the fuck happened? But Cass did it, I guess. Anybody have any thoughts on the promo?
Face turn for FloJo? FloJo face run?
Yeah, potentially, yeah. Anybody else?
I think we just need more faces.
We do need more
Honestly,
faces.
I love FloJo's character, but I think it's been said before. I just want to see a consistent direction, and I think this has been the start of that, and I hope it continues.
It's funny that like that's been a main complaint for like a long time. Consistency is not the key, so you kind of just throw it on by. So hopefully this time's the charm. Either way, we'll find out soon, brother. Anything to add, Brian? Are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. Moving on, we got Blacksmith, Jordan Trance hype and video. We're not talking so much about the hype packages, but like the other ones was good. The tag one I enjoyed immensely. I wanted to mention that. This is also my second match of the night, potentially. Fucking super exciting. I don't know what to say. Just I enjoyed this. Like this, it's a garbage match, I guess.
Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah, like garbage in this. Yeah, because
he can't keep getting away with this shit. Why do you people keep letting him win?
Outlaw, like, bro, I don't want to hear anybody talk shit about Horse, bro. He just comes and conquers. I fucking love it. No, it's funny because I thought this match, oh man, fucking Jordan's just gonna go over. Lol, fucking, I'm the scapegoat. Nah, man, that shit was fun. It was a fun match. Everybody got their shit and everybody looked good. Not lots of brutal spots. Super fun. Fucking in typical fashion, dramatic ass finish. I don't know, man. This hit all the check boxes for a bullshit garbage match, and it's fun. And I guess Jamie found his groove in having fucking garbage matches with people. I guess a good one with John Carter, now a good one with Horse. I mean, Horse doesn't have bad garbage matches, so. But yeah, now his streak has moved into fucking his singles streak has moved into season 19. So that's nice to see. I like Horse, man. He's just fucking weird, but he does what he does, and it's fucking cool shit. So we'll do Junko. Any thoughts on this one?
It's really good. I like Jordan's programming in terms of like the build up. I don't know which match is better, this one or John Carter. You guys can probably put your insight in that. But it was wild. It was a wild match. Like these matches are wild. Horsey's fun. I enjoy him.
Horsey's super fun. Brian, anything?
I want a rematch. Like I think
why you want a rematch?
Oddly enough, I just feel like Jordan Trance goes so well with Horse, where it's like I want to see them. I don't think I would want to do it right away. You know what I mean? I feel like
that makes more sense.
I feel like that's been a little bit of a trend, and I can't say too in a negative way about it because I've also done it, but it's like,
holy shit, you're self-aware now. I like that. Not to be a dick, but I appreciate that. Good, thank you.
A little bit, dude. I literally listened to you the entire. Like you told me what to do for the side build. I listened to you. Like, come on.
You did. It was nice. It worked out.
You know what I'm saying? But anyways, back to the main thing. I just think Horse at this point, as much as he probably doesn't want to, and I mean, no one can truly make him, but it's like you got to go for a world title. Like,
does he though?
Yes, because he's such an I don't want to say icon, but he's such an enigma.
He'll hurt you, right, if you say it.
He's an enigma that it's like I want to see him just go even higher than he is, because it's like the wins that he's had, and now Jordan Trance on Jordan Trance's big streak, like the momentum was hot for him, and Horse was like, nah, sorry, brother, I'm gonna win here. It's like, if you're not going to give me a rematch right away, which is fair, I need Horse World Title fucking tour. Everyone in this Fed needs to have a tour. So Horse World.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that at all. Why would you say that?
No, I hate the tour thing too. But everyone needs to have a tour in this fucking EFED.
No, they don't. Not at all. Horse isn't like, I don't know how to put this. He's not like he doesn't like titles, bro. Like he doesn't want them, and he doesn't like, because what happens is then what you do changes, and
yes,
you have the microscope on you, and it's not it's not fun. You want to do what's fun, and he's done so much that he doesn't like. he doesn't need it. So when eventually it does like seemingly happen, it'll be like potentially it'll be a feel good moment. But usually, more likely, like what'll happen is he'll do it, and then it'll be like, okay, cool, yay, maybe, and then like he'll probably drop it in one shot, and it's like, okay, whatever, and it's
But
like
that's okay.
It is, but it's kind of
I get it.
Just
I
to
think
say, oh, he did it. I hate that. Not you.
I think
just
if
hate
you
that.
had the moment, no, I mean that's fair. I think if you had the moment where, like, let's say we had FI, and Horse had a challenge, and then let's say like an actual asshole heel, like just throwing a name out there. Let's say Bash had the FI. You have Horse win it, and then a person with FI cashed in immediately takes him from it. I think that could be like a better moment, but it's just I don't know.
You know what? I know you like the pictures, but you know what would have went? That's not a shitty shot. I'm just saying. Sorry. Again, I'm trying to control myself. But no, like I'm saying, like when it would have. It would have been like the time to do it would have been maybe if he had what he did last season earlier in the season, and then that's when people will say, oh, he should, and then even then he'd be like, I don't want, because I know whenever it comes up, he does not legitimate. He could have beat that time. He could have beat B17, and he opted not to because he didn't want to do it like in a shitty way. A lot of the people would have just took the shortcuts. He'd be like, look, I'm a champion. He didn't. So like that's just him. So like I don't want to saddle him on it. That's why I feel like we're gonna disagree, like that he doesn't like legitimately need it. He is that much of a fucking standout. Yeah. An icon.
Are you saying,
if you will. What?
Are you saying that he will be viewed differently? Is that what you mean?
No, I mean like, basically what happens sometimes, like once you get like a title, people kind of like, oh, and then people sometimes, not all the time.
Sucks.
General. I'm generalizing sometimes, but sometimes it's not all it's cracked up to be. I put it like this: anybody who enjoys being champion is not who you want as a champion. All the best champions are like kind of like because they understand what who's a good example of a good champion. Russ Cole, and that's not a shot at the people in here. I'm just saying because Russ Cole, hey, you should be. I'm sorry. Anyway, so I apologize. So he doesn't want them. He doesn't seek them. But when they happen, they do. At one point, he was world champion, women champion, and like international champion on different characters. He did great, but it's like this. I hate this. I'm like, fair enough. Like that's who you want in it. He's gonna try to get Enigma over versus Icon. I love it. just accept it. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, enough horse shit, because again, we gotta kind of keep it moving. We kind of dawdled on this a little bit, but no, incredible match. I enjoyed it tremendously. This one and the tag match so far are like my top two. There's gonna be some later. So Jim, did you say something or did I miss it regarding this match? Are you there, Jim? Okay.
Say anything regarding this match? And
okay. Add to it, please.
Real quick. You guys covered a lot of it, so I won't take up too much time on it.
You got it.
The entrance to me was funny.
I loved it. Yeah.
Where he imitated Horse. I love Jordan Trance's assholery as a gimmick at this point. Scapegoat, the whole thing. Like he's got a really good future. This match didn't hurt him in that respect, in terms of the character's future. So I think that the best is yet to come from Jordan Trance. And Blacksmith shows up to work part-time and does what he does, and it's amazing in a lot of ways and infuriating in others.
It's a spectacle, yeah.
So that's kind of my take on the whole thing.
Yeah, it comes down to how can I miss you if you don't go away. It worked for certain people. Some people it doesn't. Like some people, if you notice, like the champions, pretty much they're not on every week. They're on the show, but they're not competing every week. We've kind of made it, especially given how shitty this stupid game is. It's like, hey, you show up when you matter, and that's what makes you matter more. That's what makes you more important. If I skipped you, Junko, I apologize, but we're moving on. I don't know if I did, but I'm exhausted.
I think I was second.
Okay, cool. My bad. All right, we have the Blaine challenge thing. We can breeze by it to make Adam upset. I'm sorry, Adam. It didn't have sound. I wasn't aware of it, so I wasn't able to because I would have I wouldn't have commentated on it. I thought about it. I was like, fuck this. I can't. I don't like the new music. I don't like the face. The attire is okay. Have someone give you a remix. Zoe Cole looks weird. Oh god, Zoe Cole looks weird, but a Zoe Cole a Blaine fight would be interesting, so I look forward to see how that develops. But I'm just going from a producer standpoint, and that's all I'll say. I'll move from there. It's okay, Jay. I know you. Yeah, I know. Okay, tag championship. I'm on it. I'm already dead inside. God damn it. Anyway, tag championship. Oh, it's funny. I should have actually used the playlist instead of this shit. I'm dumb. We have the tag championship, and what I will.
Missed the Dragana video.
Did I? No, I was looking at the YouTube thing. Oh shit.
Her
Okay.
second one where she interacted with Aerith.
Oh, that was it. Oh yeah, you're right. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. No, this one. Again, the Caesar universe continues with Aerith. Aerith looks way different than the old Aerith, which is
So happens
kind of
when
a
you go away
bummer.
from these
But you're
things,
not going to be able to like replicate something from that far back. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens, if anything, because knowing the Caesar universe, when someone comes into the Caesar universe, like when a ghost from the past kind of shows up in person, then there'll be some kind of interaction of whatever. So that could be something to look forward to. I found it cool. Most people here, other than like people in this one in the podcast, other than Brian, really don't know much about Aerith, but she was part of the troupe with Dragana and oh my god, Elsa Holmberg. Thank God my brain still works. Yeah, so that was a fun time. You saw troupe throwbacks throughout Dragana's arc. So yeah, so Brian, you can chime in on that because you're the only one who knows about like what more or less that situation.
I'm excited to see her back, man. I mean, it's kind of like we said, like we got Holly involved with her, and the fact that now Aerith popped back up. I mean, who knows? It could literally just be like one of those
one-off,
things where, like we had this moment, and I really liked it. It kind of felt like if even Aerith didn't compete again, it kind of left both of them. They closed the door in a positive way that the Caesars are known for, because obviously it ended right with that hug, and I love the patented Dragana hug. So it was a feel good moment, and you got to take those in wrestling because we don't always go home happy.
Yeah, pretty like we learned in the main event.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, so now we have the tag match. So here's the thing with the tag match. I have no it's a little long, but it told a good story. So I don't hate it. I have nothing against it. I'm actually kind of bummed. I'm like bummed, but also elated. I'm bummed the fact that the Pivot lost, but I'm elated that Mass Effect showed why they are the tag team champions. But it was a very long match. It was kind of hard to encompass everything that happened, but it really didn't pick. It basically looked like up until it was time to end it, when they decided to make the comeback, it didn't pick up until that point, and that's when it got very exciting. But that was like the last maybe 7-8 minutes, perhaps. I don't know the exact time count on it, but yeah. So it picked up at the end, and it picked up expeditiously and got everybody invested. And I was very invested, and it came down to the wire. The Pivot was on point. I like it. I know the name might be like kind of like a cheeky thing, like haha whatever. Like no, I love it. It's great. It's what they are. They turned chicken shit into chicken salad, the unlikely duo, and they fucking made it work, and I like it a lot. So I'm glad that Mass Effect won, but at the same time, I'm bummed because not everybody, but a lot of people wanted Pivot to win, and they didn't. So I don't think this means the end, but it does mean that the tag division is healthy, which is always good. So we'll go. I guess we'll go Junko. We'll go Junko first. Go ahead, Junko.
Yeah, I was on the Pivot rocket even before they were the Pivot. The first match I was like, yeah, mad entertaining. I think it was match of the night for, I believe it was Riot.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, yeah.
Paul, Anthony, do not break up. Go for the titles again. I really like this tag team. Granted, yeah, we were talking about like face. I heard you say in during the broadcasting, like the tag team division is fun. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's fun, and I think Pivot is one of the main components. It kind of felt like I was watching one of my matches, like the first maybe like 5-6 minutes where they were just getting smashed. But they came back. It became entertaining. Maybe like the last 3 or 4 minutes. I was yelling at the screen at the top of my lungs. I was like, "Yeah, bring it home!" I really wanted them to win, but Mass Effect, again, they're really good as champions right now. I'm really digging Mass Effect.
Yeah, really hell yeah, solid. Brian,
as the resident tag team expert here, I would have to say that I honestly, both of these teams need to be really proud of themselves. I think something that you got to also remember, Jay, with especially the start of the match and kind of the middle before the end, is think about just how many times these guys as characters and handlers have played against one another in various other matches. So it's like there's a lot going on when it comes to playing against somebody that you've played against, because maybe they're going to anticipate you do something that you did, because humans have habits. So it's like this match really helped the division in a lot of ways, because the Pivot still have a win over Mass Effect. Like Mass Effect made it even. You need to do the rubber match, but I don't think you do it right now yet again. I think this is one of those things where, you know, we see the pivot get, you know, you're challenged now. Like, you lost. Like, how do you handle this as a team, since you guys clearly now at this point are embracing your team? You have a name, you have the attire, like, you're there. So you were at the highest moment and you failed. What do you do about that now? And I think, you know, with the division, as it's not as, you know, blooming as it used to be, there's still a good amount of teams. And I would like to see Mass Effect, you know, really just keep doing what they're doing by, you know, running their mouths. They're winning their matches, and no one can stop them. And for this division, that's kind of what you need to get some more babyface teams. Like, I'd lose my shit if somehow, some way, Underground Elite is able to beat Mass Effect for the tag titles. Like, that is, if I'm able to have a fantasy book, that is what I'm doing as soon as it's feasible.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of teams though. Like, there's actually a couple of teams. Well, there was way more, but now there's still enough. You have Underground Elite, you have Mass Effect, you have the Pivot, you have the Lobby, and fuck, is that it? No, yeah, I think that might be it. Fuck, you might be right.
DNS, you can throw DNS.
Oh yeah,
there's
DNS RGB, there's DNS RGB, there's DNS or whatever, and fuck Mugen, because I'm not giving 2 titles. That's not happening. But yeah,
Lobby 2.
Yeah, no, I mentioned Lobby.
He said Lobby.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there's teams. So what you call it? Fuck you, Emp. So yeah. So no, good shit all the way. Jim, you're the last one. Go ahead.
The match was a tale of 2 different matches, really.
Oh, that's a good one. Yes, that's a good one.
What I said on the pre-show kind of came to roost. Really, is like Anthony Martin was the X factor, and he was just a little bit, in my opinion, a little bit short of doing what he needed to do to come back. He performed a lot better than I predicted he would, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And they really evened it up towards the end. It was a good showing for Paul Harris and A-Mart. They should be proud of the showing. And Mass Effect should be proud of the fact that they are reigning over the tag team division in the way that they are now. They've really established themselves as like the tag team to beat in that respect. So it should open up a lot of good future matchups for them.
Fair. The only thing I'll say is, and I'm not the biggest Anthony Martin fan, but I will say I think he was the reason that he countered more finishers than Paul did, if I'm not mistaken. I want to be Jake and be super confident and say he did, but I don't have the count in front of me. But I know that he was basically, they could not fit, like Mass Effect could not finish them until the very, very last moment. And I think that was mostly in part to Anthony Martin. So I guess someone can go back and fucking count to see if I'm right or wrong. But I'll leave it at that. That's
I think
the last
he also
time.
broke up a pin too, right?
Yeah, he broke up the 1 pin. That's the last time I'll ever defend Anthony Martin. Moving on, we have the Valkyrie. This is probably my 3rd match too, or maybe my 3rd. I think I have 4 matches I really liked here. The Valkyrie Pearl feud. So this is very interesting. So I wasn't aware that Valkyrie was coming back until like I saw the video ahead of time. And I said it last, whatever. The only reason I knew about that was because I was double checking for fuckery, because I was really in my fucking bag on hatred. Anyway, long story short, I found out it was Valkyrie. I was like, oh shit, that's weird. I didn't see that coming. And then Valkyrie's been pretty much on it since coming back. So it's nice to see Valkyrie doing Valkyrie things, and they actually dramatically improved since they was been back. So when the Pearl feud happened, I was very like, not sure, but it's worked out wonderfully. So I take back any whatever comments I may have made regarding that. The feud has been good. You know, it's, I don't know, there's more meat on the bone, but the match itself was another match that was very, very sports entertaining. Everybody looked good. Greg, if we noticed, the funny thing is we didn't call the Legend Tag match. We called it after the Val Pro match due to like scheduling issue. So we called that after, and we called that prior like it should have been, we would have had the thread of, you know, Greg and what the fuck is happening, because what happened to, you know, in the tag match happened one other time, and it also happened in this match, where it looks like, obviously, I have the air quotes up, that Valkyrie, you know, got, you know, kicked out, and if not kicked out, also had the foot on the ropes, and Greg was like, get fucked, nerd. So that's why Jake said referee's discretion. But yeah, no, I loved it. Fucking fun match. Everybody looked excellent. The fits were very nice. The fucking Valkyrie fit was banana. I don't know how's that possible, like what that is, but it was really, really fucking dope. So I'll leave it at that. I'm done glazing. It was one of my top matches, top 3. Your heart is old. Fuck. God damn it, man, asshole. So we'll do Junko first. Any thoughts?
It's good. Good programming. Solid match. They were good in their tag match as well
Yes.
about a few weeks ago when they got in. So they seem like they have a really good chemistry. I love the storytelling. People in the comments were saying that Pearl is just Bash. I disagree. Um, they're similar. They have similarities because obviously they're in DNS, but
Yeah.
they have different personalities. Like Bash is more like monotone, and it fits his character. Pearl is a big bitch, and it's good. It's good. Like she does it really well. I love the fact that at the end she's like, "Yeah, oh, you're popular. I'm going to expose you, and I'm going to keep exposing you. I'm going to show your fans that you're a fraud." I love that part. So that means that there's more. It's not over. Yeah, just overall presentation wise, this was probably my favorite match overall in terms of like production.
Yeah, it's funny because now I'm actually invested in that secret thing. 'Cause I have no idea what it is, and hopefully it delivers because I don't, because like she's like it's gonna ruin like the OCW stuff. So maybe I don't know what it is. It's gonna be horrible. Brian, thoughts?
I think kind of like what you said, there's more meat on the bone for this story. And I feel like with the, hey, I'm going to reveal your secrets, you do kind of have this bar that you have to meet, probably just because of everything that's already happened, especially with the, threat that Valk, made it seem to be when she got this other hacker person involved. So it's like, I'm cool with the story continuing. On the flip side, I was kind of a little bit like, when, it was revealed Valk was first working with Pearl, but that's also more on like the flip side. Again, it's like positive note to Valk for bringing up a new character and, trying to establish new stars in the women's division off of her name and, what she's done in the past. So yeah, couldn't hate. She got fucked over. Fuck Pearl, fuck DNS.
Yeah, that's the kicker because but see the thing is, and now here's the part that I hate because I don't like being complimentary because people get like gas. But if you're gonna work with somebody and you coming back to a new like OCW or whatever, Jim is not a bad person to work with. So that's like the best, like one of the best people like to come. Like the only other alternative would be like someone like Jake, I guess. Now I'm not discounting other people. I'm just saying like those are people that will if needed will do heavy lifting, but can also give you input or whatever as well. Instead of like, what, I was gonna get shitty and I'm not going to. I'm just gonna abstain from what the other part I was gonna say. But yeah, so I think that worked. And the fact about I think you mentioned it and some other person mentioned it. I think Junko mentioned it also. But yeah, someone said it. They're just in DNS, but it's not like that was like maybe the first day where it was like Bash Pearl thing, but nah, Pearl's their own her own like I guess person or whatever. So I don't agree with that at all. That's just because they're in DNS and that's kind of a stupid take. That's aggressive. Fuck. Anyway, Jimmy.
No, I agree with you.
Jimmy, your take because you're a match.
I was very fortunate that Valkyrie watched OCW television and liked Pearl and sent me a message, prior to coming back. That she's interested in working together, and it's been a great time. And I gotta be honest, between Adam and Valk, whatever, like in terms of the production, this is the least amount of production, like hands-on video editing and stuff I've had to do. And we do a lot of back
it's nice,
and forth
right?
and stuff like
it's nice, right?
Yeah,
someone
great.
can, yeah.
So, and don't get me wrong, I produce my parts, I do all that stuff, but like I don't have to carry things with either of them, so that's been very nice just to throw that out there too. It's always great to have a cooperative effort, and they're just both A+ people, and I've enjoyed working with them, and the match was fun. The debut, the pay-per-view win was huge for Pearl. Personally, I think the win meant a lot more for Pearl than it would have for Valkyrie, so I'm glad to have gotten it.
Lol. So yeah, before we move on, and I didn't forget, we do have the Mad Dog Iceman thing, which we'll touch on because I actually skipped it, but we'll go back to it. And then we're showing on the video of Valk's fit now, which is fucking sick. The chat doesn't work on the stream, which is stupid, but whatever. I digress. Don't care. So yeah, the other thing I would say is before. Oh, what was my thought? That's my thought. Yeah, you mentioned how Valk and Adam are good, people to work with. So here's the thing that happens sometimes in OCW, like you get, you team up with somebody, like not team up, but you work with somebody, and then you do like the heavy lifting, and they don't do much, if at all, and that's not a good thing to have. Whenever you're gonna, and this is like general rules for anybody, unless there's extenuating circumstances or whatever, you should always try to like share the load and make things as comfortable for yourself, you and your fucking dance partner, because that's how the better story gets told. Because we've all known, or at least I know from fucking fact, how like you'll do a bunch of stuff and then your partner's just kind of like not doing jack shit, and and then they wind up winning, and it's like, I'll just basically put this person over who doesn't give a fuck. So that's great. So you never want to be that. So in general, everybody top to bottom, just I get no credit. Fuck you too, Jimmy. Asshole. Speaking of asshole, Cass mentioned something that I think a lot of people may have missed. I missed it. He said bad shit has to do the time where Valk was preggo and went away. Adoption ? Oh my god, bro.
Wow.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Oh god. Is Cass cassing?
I will not say a word.
Is Cass cassing? Because Cass does this. Oh my god. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, so we'll see.
Bullock was right about Cass, by the way.
Yeah, Bullock. fuck Cass. We have Iceman Marissa dog match. This match, if things were different, I would have had this on the show, but it will be on Riot, as you saw. So I still, it's not a downgrade because we had a fucking title match on Riot. So I want people to understand that too. A lot of times, if you don't get on the pay-per-view, you just be on the next show. And hopefully, if yours is whatever, it'll be in the prominent main event slot or the prominent opening slot. Like, you can't please everybody, and I'm not gonna fucking try to do it anymore. I refuse. So it is what it is. But it's just, that's the bottom line. Because wow, Stone Cold. Anyway, but no, this video was great. They've been great about everything. I look forward to it. Succubus, bro. That's all that really needs to be said. My only hope is my only hope is that Mac is up to snuff on the game wise, because Mad Dog is not bad at all.
Okay, so
go ahead.
I have some right here. I have DM'd him once or twice, and he's actually better.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Than 2K23.
Good. That's all I wanted to know. So I'm happy about that. So hopefully it turns out well, and hopefully they fucking tear the house down. Do we have any thoughts on this other than being excited for Monday? I'm not Monday. Next. I said we're coming back in October. We're coming back like fucking next week. Not this Monday, but the following. You know what I mean. Fuck. Anybody have anything to add? What? Anybody?
Iceman gives me like top babyface vibes, so I want to see. I hope this match can prove me right. Again, I don't really know much about him. I've been doing a lot of like research, and watching old matches. He gives me top babyface, but like when he came back at Lucian, I'm like, okay, this is like a player. So hopefully, Mad Dog, I know you've been getting a lot of criticism because of obviously the hander and PD coming down to Everybody Loves PD. Mad Dog is solid. He's really solid, and I think this is an opportunity for him to kind of leapfrog a few people on the food chain, especially in DNS as well too. You know what I mean? But I like the fact that Marissa is just like a vehicle, and she's not really like, she plays a part in it obviously because they were married and things of that nature. But it's more about Nate versus Mad Dog, which is good.
Fair enough. We got Animal House teaser. All I will say is excited, and all I will say it's November, so do with that information what you will. As always, Emp and Drago holding it down. I don't know what's going on with that show, regardless of like how the booking is, so we'll see what the fuck happens. I just hope everybody comes through in November for charity. It's a good cause, and I don't mind hosting it, so we'll leave it at that. I'm just excited for it because it's always a fun old song, by the way. He did the Monster Mash. It's always fun doing artwork for that show. I love it. Like when I gotta like fucking copy the graphics and shit, it's always fun to me. Next up, we're moving good brisk pace. Maybe not an hour, but at least a little bit over an hour. So fantastic. Thank you all for that, for being consistent with your thoughts. We got the we have Baxter coming back. Number one, not on Baxter, but like I hate that you can't, like when you use the whatever thing, unless you have 4K, it's always gonna look fuzzy. So that took me out of it. That really can't be helped, but it's just annoying. That, and then there was no like sound. The sound was all messed up. I know Bax said that they did it from a phone. So to that I'll say, a lot of people use a phone. Just work with your levels, like, please. But yeah, I'm excited to see Bax coming back. Bax has a lot of like, hey, it goes away, then hey, I'm back kind of stuff. But when Bax actually gets into the groove, it's fun. So I hope that happens again. I think the last time Bax did that was maybe 18, right? Season 17. Yes.
The last serious Bax run with Cutlass.
Yeah, so we need that. So I look forward to that. Anybody have any thoughts on this? Like, Jake's not in the thing anymore, so like we don't get those like pops and shit, which is sad, but it is what it is. So I was happy. I was very happy to see Baxter. I like Baxter. Baxter mechanically is pretty sound. So if you put them in a match, it's generally going to be exciting. Like the Baxter Sheldon series was a fun little side quest and shit. But anybody have any thoughts on that?
I think like I love seeing Bax come back, but I think something I'd like to see from them specifically is, maybe focusing like more on Baxter. I love Bax, but I feel like at certain times they kind of have like a bunch of characters, and that kind of waters down what they're able to do with everybody. Like you said, when Baxter was with Cutlass and that entire tag team run, that was such an awesome thing. And like Jay said, they are competent on the sticks. Like they can absolutely be a top performer. So it's like, I think I would just like to see more focus just on the Baxter character with this current run than anything.
Yeah, basically KISS, keep it simple. Moving on, we have the CCW and the hype and whatever. Hype package wise, the first time I listened to it, like it didn't, I hate the word resonate, but like I didn't, whatever, second time listening to it on the stream, that's a really good fucking song. So shout out to that. I like the song.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, I was like, this is a really good fucking song. I don't know who put it together, but I'm sure it's Bash because Adam's not. Yeah, Adam's not good with video stuff. Like he just isn't. I mean, he tries, but he's worse than Horse sometimes. But what are you gonna
do? To his credit, just not to cut you off there, Jay.
Yeah, it's fine.
The Go Home show, that was his segment. He did that whole thing. He edited the whole thing.
Oh,
it was really good, I thought.
We got his big boy pants. Yay!
Yeah, so he did really good, and he really handled every other segment. So like there was a lot of his work in there. So he did a good job.
Well, thank you for not letting me bury him, but I meant like actually music videos. You're better. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, match itself. It's funny because I was gonna probably start with the CCW, and I said, hey man, what do you think about your match? It was okay.
I told you to put it on as a fucking opener.
Yeah, no,
remember?
You said you could put it on as an opener. It was okay. The match with Pearl was better.
Look, man. I wasn't gonna give you no bullshit. Like,
no, that's what I want. It's fine. Like, but you saying that, I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But anyway, that being said, it wasn't my match of the night, but it was a good solid. Like, there's no like complaints about basically. Mechanically, there's no complaints on the match. It's a title, it's a title match. It's B17. Someone said it. Did someone call him John Cena or some shit like that?
Super Cena.
Oh, Super Cena. Yeah. Someone called him Super Cena, which is crazy. At this point, you can't really doubt B17. Like, so no, I the match wasn't bad. It's just fucking wow. That Oracle thing showed up a lot. Holy shit! It's like it's like nonstop.
Fuck that ad.
Fuck you. That is great. Actually, what happened is I forgot I put it in the playlist, and then I got caught up with everything else. I put it in like once, like, oh shit, I want to put it in twice, and then I just fucking left it in. It was 3 times, right? Yeah. One of them was supposed to be. It was actually supposed to be 1 or 2, and then I just whatever. So I was like, why did it show up so quickly already? I was like, okay, it's twice, whatever. And they showed up again. I was like, lol. So that's funny. But no, B17 is an example of a fucking solid champion. I don't know what's in store for the future. I wasn't really over the moon about Bash at first, but it won me over in the end. So it is what it is. You're fighting a fucking champion. He's a champion for a reason. He's goofy and he's white, but he can go. So I don't know what to tell you. Well, I will say this, for the love of God, Jim, can you please see a seamstress or somebody? If you show up like fucking Fat Undertaker again, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm gonna have to fucking start cutting your matches. Like, cause see, how do I explain this? Like I said on the thing, Bash has like an everyman look, which if this was old country OCW, people would be like, oh, he looks like a fucking bum. But we got people like Kevin Owens and for Tommy Dreamer walks so Kevin Owens could run. I'm not saying look like a school bully with fucking basketball shorts and fucking high top, but do something. Like I said, the leather jacket and the fucking green shades, that works. And then go from there. But that fucking weird Fat Undertaker, like I hate it, bro. It looks so like when I do a card graphic, right? And I put the card out and I look at him like people are gonna think like this is someone's fucking like son that like yay, like I don't know what it is, bro. So you gotta fix that for me. Just do me that favor. It's like, it's crazy. Like, I don't want people looking at my fucking car graphics and being like, oh, this is someone's fucking kid. Like, no, I need something. So, and that was super harsh. I'm sorry, but I just had to. Like, as a matter of fact, you see the ensemble you're wearing in the intro video. I don't know if you're watching the stream as well, but that is something that I'm okay with. Like, something like that. Like, I don't know, just figure it out. Go to fucking ask Cass or Empress, somebody to fucking get. Just figure it the fuck out. Is all I gotta tell you. Please figure it the fuck out. And if you ever show up with a fucking cowboy bullshit hat and a fucking super, I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, the match. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm like, I don't want to, like, people come here and they're looking like, oh, who's this fucking clown fighting this fucking old white guy with glasses? It's like, I don't want that. I want people to be like, oh, this is he looks like a fucking guy, but it's cool. I'm not telling you to be Devin Flash with his fucking Marcus McMichael's cosplay, but something. I'm sorry, Jim.
So what I want you to try one time is I want you to go into CC or into an edit, create a character, and I want you to try and put clothes on them. I'm not
gonna dress you up, you motherfucker. I'm just saying there's plenty of people here that can help you. It's not gonna be me, but there's plenty of people you can ask.
You know what? It's funny. I've had people make attires for me.
And what happened? Did you wear them?
No, did not end up wearing.
Well, then those people don't know what they're doing. I'm sure if Emp did something or fucking somebody.
Well, all right, I'll figure it out.
Emp, did you make one and it was shitty? Ooh, that's funny. She gave you pigtails, right? Ooh, that's fucked up, bro.
Emp does stuff for everybody.
Yeah, you gotta you have to find your aesthetic and then work with it from there. Look, all I am saying is that what we saw today was not the aesthetic. Look, it's coming up right now. Look at this shit. Look at this. Someone coming to the stream for the first time sees this and goes, "What the fuck is this? Is this
a xenomorph in his chest?"
Yeah, is this like someone's like, "Oh, is this someone's fucking weird uncle? He's gonna fight the Undertaker and he's gonna fight Randy Orton." I don't want to watch this. That's what they say, and I don't want that. I want you to be cool. So be cool. Fix it. Shades are fine. Lose the hat. Lose. Never again. I swear to God. I'm sorry. This is overly aggressive. I don't want to spend minutes roasting you. I apologize. I love you. Outside of that, the match was fucking solid. Junko, please save me. Go ahead. Anything, Junko? Did you have to?
Outside of the hat, there is. I do character design, so I'm just kind of trying to think like about his personality and what he brings. Yeah, the hat's got to go. But I think there's stuff there. Like even like the singlet. I think the singlet works for who Bash is. I think it's just more of like the pants.
You mean the top, right? The top. Yeah, no, the top is fine. Yeah. Very Eddie Kingston. Like what Max said, Eddie Kingston did not get injured for this. If he had more Eddie Kingston, I'd be fine. Even if you went, not Kevin Owens per se, but look, if he's gonna be a t-shirt guy, be a fucking t-shirt guy. Figure it the fuck out. Like just not this. Or even ever again.
I don't know if Balls Mahoney from.
Yeah. See, if you're gonna be a t-shirt guy, be a t-shirt guy. That's fine. It's just I don't know what it is, but just please look. It's still better than Super Mario, so we're getting there day by day, day by day. I'm sorry, Jim, but I can't never miss words. So now probably my favorite music video of the night. The main event one is my second, but this is my third. I can't remember. I'm old, but the women's whatever. So video was fucking really good. My thumbnail is misaligned, which is gonna bother me as I'm looking at it. The match itself, really good. This might also be like, because I said 4 matches. This is probably my 4th match that I gotta, whatever. Speaking of, on the show for the voting, we're gonna do ranked choice. You get 3 options, so just pick 3 of your favorite matches, and then we'll figure out the math from there, whatever. But yeah, video was solid. The match itself was great. So the problem with this match is that, this is Jake's last match. So Jake loses, Jake is gone, and that makes me sad. And so it was really hard. I don't know if you noticed, but like on comms, I was like, it's like fuck, because I want him to not be stressed. As a handler, as a handler, people have not Junko and not Jim, but Parker knows, Cass knows, a lot of B17, Emp, Russ, like they know, fucking Max, they know there comes a point where he's like, all right, I want to step back and just, I'm here, but I'm just gonna chill and maybe do a little bit of writing and just leave me alone. And that's where he's at. So it's like, okay, we're gonna pass the fucking torch. But he's not gonna go quietly into the night, as you shouldn't. You're a fucking champion. So Cheyenne held her own, at multiple points in the match. Cheyenne denied, 2 finishers, I think, or maybe even 3. I lost count. And then the fucking exchange happened. And I found out the Iggy is basically Cheyenne was afraid of breaking the game, but it's like after you punch in the face for the 3rd fucking time, like it's not. So just, and then that's it. So as I left it in, you hear fucking the goddamn it, and here we are. So as far as I'm aware, Emp showed up, and Emp didn't even know Emp was showing up, which I found out, which was funny. And so now we have 2 people who just want to chill that have to work together. So I'm sure it'll be fine, like, because they're both really creative or whatever, and it's going to be exciting or whatever. But it's just like, goddamn, man. So it's bittersweet. Yeah, I'm about done. But yeah, go ahead, chime in.
Sorry, I didn't mean to prematurely cut you off.
Yeah, you did.
This has just been something that I've kind of been having on my mind for a little bit, and I kind of shared it a little bit in, I think, House of Style the one night. But so firstly, about the exchanging blows part. So while I completely get where you're coming from,
it don't break no more though. It doesn't break.
Right, but see, the thing is you got to remember that the handler behind Cheyenne, she's not really playing the game all like that. And now back before they supposedly fix it. Now, mind you, I haven't had a match where I've done it, so I wouldn't know. But if one person was hitting, it would still work. It would only break after the other person tried to do it. So that's why she probably just
But she did get one in though. She did not even the counter. She actually swung once, and then Deb swung a bunch of other times. So it's like, yeah,
it breaks when it actually does the encounter. So like, you start it, Deborah, she fucked it up and it went right to Deborah. And then if she would have done it again and then seen it, she probably would have realized that, okay, it's not broken. Because immediately when that happened, like, anyone who plays the game in any serious manner immediately knew that that was going on because she didn't want it to break. But on the point where you're talking about, Jake wants to step back and, kind of chill out, and so does Emp. I think that is a big thing where the division specifically needs to pick their shit up. I think there are more than enough handlers in the women's division to where the division no longer needs to, and not even in a negative way, but needs to rely on Emp and Jake as being this anchor being, because we've seen it before in 2K19 where Emp held the women's championship for quite some time, and it was always just, who's the next challenge, who's going to be there, like who's finally going to take the ball and beat her. And then, after that reign, she kind of, slid back, hasn't really worried about a title other than the Pride in quite some time. And now you have her back in, which I totally agree with it, because right now, outside of Valk, and, she just suffered a loss, there really isn't anybody in the division. Actually, no, excuse me, outside of Marissa and Valk. Marissa, if you would have went with Marissa, I wouldn't have been upset with that either. But Emp and maybe 2 other people are the ones who, you would know that they're going to carry that and make sure the division is looked after in a way, because we've seen just the hype package alone, the feuds that Jake has done as Deborah, the dude does top-notch shit. So it's like when you have a handler of his, of his magnitude, taking some time away and just lessening his load, that is, while a sad thing for the greater community, because, once again, an anchor person is, stepping away, but it could be a positive because people need to step their shit up and take it for what it can be. Like, OCW right now is more for the taking than ever before in so many ways. Like, we had 2 guys in the North American title match that have barely touched gold, and now both of them are successful champions. We had Bash in the CCW match as a fresh challenger to never go for any world title. And it's like, now the women's division needs to do that evolution and do their part to step it up.
I also look at it like this: if you want someone to ruin, to take your career, that's Emp will do that.
Yeah, she's shown that reputation.
So basically, whoever wins, someone's gonna go fuck again. Like, god damn it! So it's gonna be funny. On the plus side, it's gonna be entertaining as fuck, and we'll see what's up. I look forward to that. But if you notice, my reaction was like, it was good, but it was not super loud. Well, number one, because I'm sad for Jake, but number 2 is like, Emp doesn't like want to do this shit. She just wants to chill.
Our watches ended, and Jake was like, "No, sorry, I need you."
Yeah. Like I said, hey, can you do me a favor? I'm Jack. I have more shit to do now. So you mind doing the intro? And she fucking knocked it out the park like ASAP. So I'm like, can you do the one for the next pay-per-view? She's like, yeah. I'm like, look, I'll give you everything you need to get like started, and then because she watches the show. Davina Flash on the way to say Davina Flash. Yo, if a husky broad shows up named Davina Flash, I wouldn't be mad at it. Anyway, but no, back to the match. It was a good match. You know, the end is the end. It was it was great. It's just I just don't know. I just feel bad from a handler's perspective because both of these people are like, please. Anyway, Jim, thoughts?
Really enjoyed the match. Hype package was fun with the kind of fade in, fade out music video stuff. I'm glad that we'll see Deborah's reign continue. I've been a big fan of hers.
Yeah, it's 2-something. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, Cheyenne winning the title would have been very interesting, but now that seems to be in Empress's hands, and as you said, Jay, we all know what Empress does. So looks like that's the real fait accompli.
I like that word. Holy shit!
And that's what I got.
Junko.
I'm torn. I'm kind of in the middle. I was kind of feeling what Brian was saying. Not in terms of the match. The match was amazing. I like the little exchange where like Cheyenne was like, hit me, keep hitting me, and then Deborah just knocked her whole head off.
No, she just kicked her in the fucking head.
That was like, I was like, oh shit. I like the whole like little Mac thing. That was cool too. The whole boxing, and then she came out and then just punched her in the face right away. That was cool. I don't remember when, but I don't know if it was Jake or somebody. Maybe it was Paulie during the resolution post show, and they said how like kind of Deborah and Emp are doing their own thing, and then but like they're not crossing paths. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what the fuck not? What the hell? So I like from that standpoint, I'm excited to see what happens. I think who knows? Like Cheyenne doesn't necessarily need to jump out the picture either. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's a lot like with the women's division. I really do think it's like anyone's game. Realistically, Junko's obviously still getting her foot in the mix, but like that was kind of the point. Like the women's division just needs a spark lit under their ass, and everybody just needs to step their shit up.
I mean, you like again looking at Deb. It's 370 something. Like that's crazy in modern time. That is as I like to say, banana. So I don't know. It's like I said, Deborah's on the Brock schedule, so I'm fine with it. You know, despite the Brock schedule still doing content when it needs to be done. You know, it's manageable, but it's just like, you know, when you get like even me, like I haven't burned out in a couple of years, but there was a couple of times where I'm just like my most famous one was 2018. I think it might have been Summercide, or it might have been like a summer show, like a weekly. And I don't know, someone said something or someone, I don't know what the hell happened, but I fucking lost my shit on stream. And I'm basically like, I'm just fucking holding it together, motherfucker. Because I just got someone says, it was probably Jamie said, somebody said something stupid, probably Jamie, somebody said something dumb, and I just lost my motherfucking mind. I was like, I do all this motherfucking work and you, anyway, I digress. But yeah, I understand burnout basically, so I get it. When you fucking go hard in the paint, that's why I'm trying to diversify my fucking stress levels and do shit like this. That's why I moved. Well, it might have been you or Cass. I don't remember. Somebody, probably Cass or you. You two are the prime suspects, but I digress. That's why I moved this to 5 something, and then fucking what's it called? What the hell was it? Oh, and then the pre-show discussion was like, I was like, oh, do like half an hour, 45 minutes. Motherfucker did an hour, so I had to like fit it, but it worked because I got the YouTube out while that shit was going. Now we have the Fighting Forever and then the main event. So I'll say this: the Fighting Forever really like, damn. See, you're here now. I'm gonna be upfront. Like, it's not a negative, but I'll say like this: the video set such a high like mark that I feel the match didn't hit. And again, like remember you said earlier with the Legends, not the Legends match, with the Dragana Holly match. I feel like it's like that, but just a little bit less because Mark actually got one thing in, and it was a huge pop, obviously. But man, you know, it be like that sometimes. It's a bummer. It is what it is. But what are you gonna do? Like I felt like that video made it like if it would have been a little bit more. That video would have been the capstone on it to pull it to that next level. But hey, man, when it comes down to it, the champ's gonna champ, and that's what happens. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Like, you know, if you're on point, and that's it. You're not gonna fucking give someone like, oh, here, hit me, brother, so we can have it. No, you gotta fucking fight. And Mark tried shit. Mark couldn't do it. So it is what it is. So it bummed me the fuck out because like it's like, you know, you want the fairy tale ending, but what is it? Like Horse says, sometimes dreams stay dream. So we'll go everybody else and whatever. But match itself, no, match is basically showing why Parker's a champ and showing why Mike is a degenerate gambler, because I just gauge it by his reaction. So at one point he's very confident and happy, and then there's a certain point where he starts getting sweaty and nervous. As he said, his butt's sweaty. So in that regards, it held the audience. So I like that a lot. But man, it is what it is. The Slaminator happened, which is was building up to Slaminator. It finally happened, and then Parker said, "Nah, B, not today." He said, "Nah, B."
Real quick.
Like I said, it was like a splash of cold water. Woke him right the fuck up. Now we gotta finish this shit like ASAP. I ain't fucking around. So we'll do Jim and then Junko and then Parker because this is his match. Go ahead, Jim.
Right. So, you know, I would have loved to have seen Reese finish his story, although, you know, it's pretty clear, you know, that El Primero over there, who should have been waiting under the ring during the CCW championship match, we have a bone to pick about that, sir. You guaranteed me that you would be waiting there strapped up, but that's another situation. As far as that match was concerned, I mean, Reese played from behind like a baby face. He just couldn't get the comeback.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just really what it came down to, and sometimes the bad guy has to win. And in this case, the bad guy is El Campeón.
Yeah. De la semana.
Yep.
Yeah. Junko, you have any thoughts?
Yeah, kind of what I said a few days ago, or even like when he lost to Sheldon, I'm like, yeah, he's the best champion. He knows what he's doing, character wise, the promos, he just knows what he's doing. Even this match, like, yeah, sure, it was a quote unquote squash. He was working the arm, so there's no slaminator. You know what I mean? Like little things like that. He just knows what he's doing. Like even like the presentation, understanding that I'm a dick and I need to be a dick and I need to let everybody know that I'm a dick. To talk about Mark, I think Mark looked really strong coming into like the build up to the match. Like the last match with Isu and against DNS, like he looked like a world beater. Like he was just throwing these guys around like it was nothing. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a really good match. So
yeah,
like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to be like too like a Debbie Downer. At the end of the day, he's doing what he needs to do as a face. I just need more Mark Reese energy from anyone else who wants to be a face. But I think it's a good job. I liked it.
That's a fair assessment. No, like again, at the end of the day, it's no one's fault. It be like that sometimes. So that was whatever. So like what the fuck he's gonna roll over? Of course not. You got to do what the fuck you got to do, and it just wasn't Mark's day. But it's like fuck, dude. God damn it. I needed. There was some slams, but we needed more slams. And he's like fuck that.
Yeah, exactly.
Even on the outside, it's like nope. God, it just happens. What the fuck are you gonna do? It is what it is.
He got it off. That's all I care about.
He got it off, and as soon as he did,
yeah, like he was working. He was working the arm. He kept working the arm. Like the storytelling of the match was there, and that's why I'm okay with it.
Oh man, who the fuck said it? Someone said, "I love it." Wait, no, I think Juice said it before we get to Parker. Juice fucking said, "I love when fans leave upset." Yeah, right. Yeah. Lucian, they left sad, and Summercide, they just fuck you. Pick up your trash on the way out. That's where Jake would say something about that's the beauty of OCW. You don't get what you want sometimes. It's the nature of the beast. So you don't know until it comes down to it. So that's the exciting part about it because you never fucking know. Like
and that's Parker's character. That's who he is. Like you're not supposed to get what you want when I'm here.
Yeah. Well said. Parker, it's your match. You may speak upon it.
So I just want to like first and foremost like let it be known, even whether he wants it to be known or not. But huge shout out to Max. He was of course the one who made that hype package for me.
Oh, word?
Yeah. So as you know, Jay, I was working overnights at the time when the deadline was coming up for side, and my sleep schedule gets all fucky. So I was making one, but in a act of kind of low key desperation and just hopefulness, I reached out to Max and was like, "Yo, any idea if you'd be able to, squeeze this out for me?" And like my man, like we're talking like dude whipped it out in a single day, no questions asked, and very minimal back and forth. He was like, "What type of song you thinking about?" Told him the song, we found one, he found it, and then he got, he made that, and I'm super grateful for that because having a friend like that who can pull through for you in your time of need is something definitely to be grateful for. The match itself genuinely was probably the most scared I've been in a long time doing a match. It's really weird for me because when I face like my friends, I'll shit the bed. I will legitimately just shit the bed and have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, especially with Jamie. I don't know what it is with Jamie over the years, but like this dude, like anytime I'm doing a match against him, I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna die. Like this is the end. Like I'm shit out of luck. But yeah, like I was happy more with the feud. In the short time that we had to run it, I was happy with what we were able to pull off. Obviously, the win is like, yeah, it's dope. I get to keep doing what I'm doing, but I'm just more so grateful that it was received pretty well and that like Mark, even though he did lose, it's not like he really lost a whole lot. Like the story between El Parca and Mark Reese is forever. This isn't the end. It's just another fucking chapter in the book. But he can stay the fuck away from me for like 15 years now.
Well, like you mentioned before, now it's 1-1. So
right, exactly.
Yeah. So it like again, the match wasn't bad, but it's just with Daniel Day-Lewis or Daniel Day Edwards, as I like to say on occasion, like that made it like it's like, oh shit, so we're in for some fucking feels. And you were like, nah, B, I'm scared. You were like Devin Flash, I gotta take a shit. I put him in an arm break. I gotta take a shit. Like, but it was fucking. It is what it is. So yeah. I guess we're great time, by the way, an hour 16. So we're gonna wrap it up with now. Do we want to give the show a fucking rating that's not glazy or whatever? I give it a fucking B to a B plus, I guess, if we're doing like scores like that. Anybody else want to chime in on their fucking scores or whatever?
I'd say B plus.
I like a C plus.
C plus.
I like a C plus.
Is you gonna get because you're in the main event? So you're gonna they trying to show humility and be like, oh well, yeah.
No. I just feel like there was just a few things like with the couple of segments that didn't have audio. Some little bips and bops here and there that kind of just chucked it away. I think if like as the show as a whole, probably like a C plus. But like if you're looking at just like matches, yeah, you're probably like a B plus. But like
show as a whole is as a fucking C plus is crazy. What are you, Owen? Holy shit, the fuck. I think
he probably would have gave it like a D or something.
At the very least, I give it a fucking. I never rate high either. I give it a B. In retrospect, I give it a B minus.
Well, if you rate it as a C plus on a curve, you're basically at a B.
So, now, but remember, like they do the new education system. Like they have like these weird. I'm the old school, so like a B minus is like good unless you're Asian and not. Wow, I shouldn't have said that.
Wow, yo, hey, easy there, easy, boss.
Yo,
wow.
Man,
anyway,
you must be tired.
Yo, fucking man loses his handler and it's immediately no more politically correct.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. He's out the paint.
Oh shit.
But anyway, what I'm trying to say, a B minus in my book is basically like above average slightly. Well, I gotta fix that real quick. I'm gonna take that out in post. No, I'm not. I don't give a fuck.
I think the show as a whole,
B minus.
It served what it needed to do. It showed that it was a big OCW event. My main thing, which I'll stand on business and claim about now that I have you in your ear. I think there should be a pay-per-view between Side and Lucian. I know that we're.
Oh, so you know what? Here's a fun fact. So remember, I was talking about a big whatever the fuck.
Yeah, big announcement.
Might as well just do it here because I can't be bothered.
I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, resolutions in March of next year, 2025.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
end the game with Lucian.
There you go.
I was gonna ask, but I'm a noob. So I don't like.
That's.
But yeah, I was wondering why Summercide and Lucian were so close.
Yeah, because the way they. Yeah, go ahead. Well, basically, long story short is Lucian used to be like in like April or whatever the fuck. April, May, or June, but because of the release schedule of the game, it kind of threw everything into a whack. So I basically, I think I had the conversation in booking chat like right after Lucian, like I'm sick of this shit because what happens is it's basically like a mad dash, and then the summer becomes like Summercide. Summercide isn't effective because Summercide, this card was fine, it was great. I would go as far as say it was fucking stacked or whatever. The problem is just like this. The release schedule is ruining everything. So basically, long story short, we'll move until they fix their release schedule. We're gonna basically end the season on Lucian, and then when we get the new game, that's like the restart of everything. So that they'll just do it that way. So basically, we have a Lucian like in 6 months from now, maybe less, something like that. So I got to get that shit going. That's gonna fuck me up because now I got to get all that nonsense going. And that's
So are you just gonna do Annie and then Lucian?
well,
Like,
so anniversary is scheduled for December, I believe.
Okay. So
Because-
what, is Animal House the next official pay-per-view we're
No,
building toward?
the next pay-per-view is in
Okay.
October, and I haven't decided if it's Hard Target or something else that I want to create.
We'll
I was
get
gonna
back
put
to
Hard
those
Target logo stuff, and I might look at this point. I might just reuse last year's Hard Target shit because I can't. I'm not gonna go like if it's
Hey,
just
let me
me. I'm
make
not
a
going the extra mile, making myself crazy for like little gain, little reward, and stupid comments. No offense to y'all. I'm just saying every now and again. Like the thing that bugs me, like I'll bust my ass and then I log in the stream and then people say dumb shit and I get really upset. Like really, like why am I? So I'm just gonna do the happy medium, and cut a couple corners here and there and just do what I got to do. So there's a show in October. It's probably gonna be middle of October, and then we have the charity show in November, and then Lord willing, we're gonna have anniversary in December at some point, and if not December, then like early January, and then March will be Lucian, and then from there we'll do the scheduling. But so basically, roughly, and someone can do a TLDR in fucking YouTube comments if you want, because I know that when I say things on podcasts, oh, you didn't write it down. I'm not listening to all this. Basically, what I'll do is it's like, so March, whatever it is, like the second week. So the game will probably come out like March fucking 6th or whatever, and then we'll have Lucian on March, like, I don't know, 19th or some shit like that, or maybe even 20 something, because Lucian's a fucking big to do. And then in April we'll officially move into, we'll take like a week off, and then in April we'll move into 2K25, assuming it doesn't explode in your face. And then we'll have the next pay-per-view like probably May, and then we'll probably do something like maybe the middle of June, and then Summercide will have like fucking 6 weeks in like August, and then that's it. And then we'll go back to like a semi-normal schedule.
We're not fucking doing next gen only. Get that take the fuck out of here.
So
I'm sorry, dude. I'll be vehement and stand on that as well. That's
you're the one saying the PC only. So, but we're not gonna argue about that. No, you're saying Parsec, but no. Well, I'm not gonna have the little debate there. So yeah, anyway, that's like I said, that's what I'm saying with So that's the scheduling. March is definitely Lucian, and then the 20th anniversary. That's 20 years of OCW. If you didn't know, we've been here for 20 fucking years doing this horse shit. Technically, the anniversary for OCW is October 4th or 5th of 2024. So that's why I want to get it done in December, because at least it's still 2024 as opposed to 2025.
Just do it in October then?
Because
why would you want to go all big 3 pay-per-views back to back?
Yeah, that and also because then it becomes because then that means that I have roughly 5 or 6 weeks to like, yeah. I can't I physically cannot.
I think moving forward in 25 and after, you probably could.
Maybe, depending if things are spaced out. But I'm not trying to give myself.
You used to do that anyways, right?
Yeah, because I was a lunatic, and then it was also during COVID, and then I also had people.
No, not that. Didn't you normally just do anniversary around October, November?
Yeah, and then we started having Animal House, and Animal House is important, so I don't want to whatever. So I'm like, I don't want. Exactly, it's for a good cause. So that's why you can read or send that to Owen, send him a DM with the link, and tell him it's not a fucking Discord scam. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we're at. So we're gonna do that in March, and hopefully that what you call it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I give it a B-. I'm done asking everybody else for their opinion. Thank everybody for showing up. The web show should probably be up today. It's gonna be up today. There's role plays actually. It's like actually quite a lot of role plays, so that should be a fun little quick read. As of this posting, I think the rest of the show is up too, or the main event's premiering on YouTube as well. So thank you everybody for watching the post show and the pre-show. Thank you, Jim, Junko. Nice to have you. Junko has a good whatever voice, so I could see Junko coming back versus Bolek, who goes, great, and the thing, and then you have like, I can't mimic it, but I'll just do it. And you had like shit in the background like this, and it's like, what the fuck is that? Is that a fan? I don't know. Whatever. Fuck Bolek. Damn, I hate that's whatever. I don't care. So yeah, thank you for listening, everybody. We're taking a break. We're coming back in like a week. I said October, but I literally meant the week. I'm just exhausted. So we'll be back roughly, I'll tell you right now. The So the week of September 2nd to September 6th, we're off. We'll be returning to action on September 13th. The card for Riot will be coming out September 2nd. So on Monday we'll have the card for the next show the following week on the 13th. And also I was gonna do it now, not now, but earlier, but I just forgot again because mad shit. The guest general manager thing that'll be handled like within the off week. I was gonna do a video while we're doing it here, but I'm not. I can't do it right now. I just don't want to. So, and like I said, the first 4 people they get picked, they'll be for the next 4 turmoils, and then we'll just spin like that, and we'll get these turmoil people. The only thing I ask you is anybody who gets the guest booker position, whatever. Number 1, don't do the whole like collaboration shit like, oh hey guys help me. No, you fucking book, and if it's shit I'll help you fix it, and if it's not, it's not. That's it. We're not gonna fucking out crowdsource booking. Just you stand on your own business, basically is what I'm saying. The other thing is make sure that you should have access to the whatever the hell it's called, the sheet, and you'll know who's active and who isn't or whatever, so you don't wind up booking, I don't fucking know, like, oh hey, where's Hyper Mantis Red? I want to have him versus fucking El Parker or some dumb shit like that. So yeah, you're not on the list, Adam. There was 3 people. I think it was you, Russ Cole, and Emp, and Sheldon said, please don't put me on the list. So I won't put you on the list. I want to though. You deserve to be on the list so you can fucking stand on business for once and whatever. I don't know why you wouldn't be excited to book. This time it would be like handing a child a loaded gun basically. So I don't want to do that. I kind of want to see Mantis versus El Parker now, right? Someone just text me, hey man, you want to come back for one match? Someone get Danny Watts on. Someone get Danny Watts on. Literally, I want one of y'all to book Danny Watts versus Bash. Yeah, buddy, we're gonna get petty with everything. All these stupid matches.
No, I was gonna be annoying and book you to come back. I'm not gonna lie.
But and you know what? I just tell you to get fucked up. Like, I'm not like it's not. The thing is, you make a card, right? It doesn't mean I say, oh hey, okay, we're gonna do it. I'm just gonna look at it and be like, why are you dumb? And then please fix it. That's it.
You dumb.
Why? Like, I don't like. Part of me wants to be a jokey joke and be like, no, it's gonna be a shit show. But I don't. I think you guys are not dumb.
Yeah, I think it'll be.
I think it'll be fine. And I know some people try to do like goofy shit, like, oh, let's fucking put like so and so in the title match, and I'm like, that's probably not a good idea. But on the same token, if one of your dumb ideas does go forward, I'm looking at the Parker title thing, and there's a fucking WWE logo, and it's infuriating me.
I don't know what that was, dude. That was the fucking game wouldn't let me use my custom Tron, and I was disgusted.
Jake explained how to fix it, but I whatever. Anyway, I digress. So like I'm saying, yeah, if someone does something stupid on booking, which I doubt, but if they do, your name will be attached to that actual booking. So if the person you fucked over gets their booking and they decide to be, we'll take it to the old country. So, whatever, we'll see. We'll do it. Like sometimes some people got to learn the hard way. So I want to see what them, like, I fully expect somebody, I don't know who, to be like book like 7 title matches and then stare at me when I say, why are you stupid? I expect it. I fully expect it. It's probably going to be Bolek. I don't know who it's going to be. Someone's going to do it. Someone's going to have brain rot and suggest like the worst possible thing. And I'm going to say no. And they're going to go, oh, but why? Like, no, it's not because you look, I'll fucking move. Look, if your card is that awful, I'll just move on to the next person. Hey, number 2, you got show number 1. That's it. And if I have to spin a wheel again, I'll spin a wheel. I don't care. Like, make my life easy, not hard. That's all I ask. So we'll see some good stuff. We'll see something wacky, and it is what it is. Any questions while I'm here? Which is a stupid thing to say, but anybody have anything to add? Ask of me while I'm here before I retire for the evening.
Nope. Thank you, Jay. And have a great.
To fix a Tyrantron shit, you need to do your win scene arena to be set as always custom or off.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's a you make.
Or always custom. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, that's what. Makes sense. That's what I do. With when I do the arenas, like I always make sure that you have like a graphic that's not a WWE logo, just for that fucking reason, because this game is stupid. Anyway, that being said, thank you so much. We're a little bit over time, but we're done. We'll be back September 13th. Thank you for watching OCWFED. Be sure to check us out on OCWFED on YouTube, please. We need subscriptions. I don't know why, but we do. Maybe. I don't, whatever. YouTube.com, OCWFED TV. Do what you want. It's your life. I don't care. Thank you for joining us. PvP WWE 2K. Yes, it does happen. Someone showed up and said, every time I try to play, it doesn't work. And I'm like, yeah, it don't work for us either. They just keep trying until it does. Oh, man. That's the best. Anyway, thank you so much for showing up. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.